Hi guys, and welcome back to Cooking with Love. Today we're going to be cooking up some T-bone mini lamb chops along with some side of asparagus and some hearty veggie pasta. And for this delicious meal today, we'll be using some secret ingredients of baking soda for tenderizing, along with some corn starch, along with some black pepper, I also have some pasta herb we'll be adding to the pasta. Okay. There's just some dry herbs, and I also have some spice blend that have minimum salt, garlic and onion, and I also have some smoked paprika. Okay. And I also have some mint sauce that I will be basting the lamb chops, go into the oven. Okay. Also have some reduction balsamic vinegar, and that's a glaze that'll be going into the pasta. And I'll also be using some crushed red pepper. And this is totally optional, guys. You don't have to, if you don't choose to want any heat at all in this dish. I'll also be using some hearty veggies, which will be a red onion. Okay, I have orange pepper. And I'll have some yellow pepper, along with some green pepper, and a yellow pepper. And I also have a lemon, along with some Portabella mushrooms and some penn pasta noodles. And for our oil that we'll be using today will be our avocado oil. Also be using some cooking oil for the boiling of the water to cook our pasta. Okay. So we're going to begin to rinse off and wash our meat thoroughly. Okay, and these chops here, these lamb chops are so beautiful. We're going to just kind of clean them, and we're going to just give it a lemon squeeze on it, and we're going to wash it in that process as well. And we're just going to just rinse it off and make sure we get it to where we want it before we start to marinate it. Okay, and then because that's a cleaning process as well. As long as, you know, as we marinate the meat, we're gonna rinse that off. So, you know, it's gonna be a constant wash. This means it's gonna have a constant wash before we start to season it and sear it. So here we have some lemon, which I'm squeezing over. And that's just a cleaning process for me right now. And that's also gonna allow that taste of the lamb that some people particularly don't identify, because they get the idea it's like a pork chop. So when they taste it, it has a taste to it that they're not able to identify because they're not used to eating lamb chops. But this here kind of cuts down that taste, so you can enjoy it. I mean, it's enjoyable if you don't even put the lemon on it, but I use it also for a tenderizing, also a cleaning reasoning as well. So if you choose not to put the lemon on it, you don't have to. This is my process of cleaning, and definitely you will enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a rinse once you put the lemon on it and wash it off. Alright, and that's just like another step before we go on to our next to tenderizing. Okay, and the marble on this is beautiful. It's cut just the right size. So here we have some baking soda. Some people are not familiar of what baking soda does for red meat or any type of meat that need to be broken down as far as tenderizing. So you will just drizzle this, just pour a couple shakes of this on top of the meat. And what you want to do is you're going to let this sit as long as you can. Some people allow this to sit overnight. This is not necessary for the lamb. I don't think so, because it's not like a red meat. It's not cut from any beef, anything like that. This meat is more tender than that. But it does require, at times to be tenderized. I'm gonna let mine sit for like 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna rinse it off thoroughly, really good, as well as you washed it the first time. So you're gonna see that what that baking soda was able to break down. It's just like a marble. Now, when you touch it, it's really like glycerin. That's just showing you that it's tenderized, okay? And you're gonna rinse that off thoroughly, okay? And put that to the side. And then you're gonna begin to season. And then you're gonna add in something else that's gonna allow it to lock in all that moisture to stay tenderized, okay? We're gonna, as you go through those steps with me, you're gonna know, and once you taste your meat and you're gonna enjoy it, and I want you to leave me a comment in the comment section if you try this, okay? So now I'm gonna begin to season, which I'm using a little seasoned salt, Lawry's. You could choose whatever you want if you don't have Lawry's. I'm just gonna put a couple shakes on it, and it's lightly, okay? It's not heavily seasoned. Just add just a little, because that tenderizing and that lemon is locking in all that, the season as well. I'm gonna add a little black pepper, and I'm gonna give it a couple shakes, okay? And I'm gonna put a little smoked paprika to that, and that's optional. If you don't want smoked paprika, you don't have to. It's not necessarily required for lamb chops, but I'm choosing to use it. And corn starch, okay? And I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of corn starch, and I'm gonna massage that into that meat, and I'm gonna allow that to sit for another 15 to 20 minutes. I say 20 minutes, okay? While you're starting the other part of your meal. Okay, so we're gonna just put 2 tablespoons of that, and we're gonna massage it. All right. You guys gonna love. If you are familiar, If you aren't familiar, you have to be open to doing other things when it comes down to cooking, and know what works. Okay, I'm gonna add some avocado oil, and that's gonna be my oil base, because I'm gonna sear these chops on top of my skillet, which is not going into a bunch of oil. Okay, so the oil is already gonna be on the meat. Okay, as well as I'm gonna drizzle some on top of my skillet. Just gonna give it a base, but this is gonna help it not to just dry out and burn before it does what it needs to do as far as cooking the meat. Okay. So massage it and let it sit to the side, and just trust me, this is gonna be awesome. I need you guys to try it, and this is like a secret, like someone told me, I'm telling you, okay? So we're gonna drizzle some of this avocado oil, and the reason I use avocado oil is because avocado has a high tolerance for cooking, not burning, okay? So if you don't have avocado oil and you have just like a cooking oil, just keep your eye and make sure that your meat is not burning, okay? So we're gonna just give these chops, we're gonna cook these, we're gonna sear these just so that they get caramelized, and then we're gonna remove them, okay? Because they're gonna go into a baking pan, which you're gonna allow to cook for even a little longer, but not that long. But the purpose of the skillet is to sear, to caramelize the meat and give it texture, okay? And trust me, they're beautiful already, and you probably can just eat them right off this pan. But we're gonna take it to another level, okay? Which they're gonna be beautiful, and they're gonna taste great, okay? You're gonna enjoy them, I promise you. And we're gonna sear them, and then we're gonna remove them, okay? And then we're just moving on to our next and final Well, it won't be 100, but it's going to try this. So I hope you guys are enjoying my video, and for those who are just now coming on, please subscribe to my channel and share my video. And thank you for your support. So these chops are charring up really nice, and we're going to continue to allow them to just caramelize. And here I have a pan with fresh herbs for the chops, and we're going to just kind of drizzle some avocado oil for a base, and then we're going to allow those, we're going to put those chops into that pan, and we're going to bake them for no more than about 25 minutes. So guys, for the fresh herbs that I'm using for this dish is some fresh garlic. I use like 2 cloves of garlic, and I kind of chop that up. And I'm also using some fresh thyme, little parsley, and along with some avocado oil, and I'll be basting it with some mint sauce. So as we complete basting, we're gonna just wrap that up, and we're gonna put that in the oven for 350 degrees, and we're gonna allow that to cook for like 25 minutes, and then we're gonna turn the oven off because we don't want to continue to cook. So here we have some boiling water, which I have some salt, and I'm going to baste that and add just a little cooking oil, just so that the noodles, the pasta does not stick together. Just a little bit, maybe like a tablespoon and a half. Okay, and we're going to give that a good stir. Okay, and we're going to let that cook until we know that it's tender. Now you don't want to overcook your pasta, but you want to make sure that it's cooked. So here we have some avocado oil, and we're going to baste this wok pan for sauteing, and we're going to just put enough in so that we don't burn the vegetables. We're going to start off by adding our garlic. Okay, this pan is really hot at this point, so we're going to add our garlic in. We're going to start adding everything in quickly, because we definitely don't want anything to cook faster than everything else. So we put the garlic, and we're going to add some red onion, and I put a whole onion into this dish, because this is a hearty dish. I have some orange peppers along with some yellow, red, and some green peppers that I'll be adding to this dish. And I'll be adding also some Portabella mushrooms. Right now I'm going to lightly season it with some spice blend. And the spice blend doesn't have a lot of salt. I'll give you what's in the spice blend in my description box. I'm adding some black pepper. And we're just going to give it a couple shakes, and we're going to add in some more avocado oil. And this is to make sure that the vegetables stay coated, so while stir frying it doesn't char. So this doesn't really take that long, but we do want to make sure that you don't look away from it. And we're going to continue to just kind of fold these vegetables and allow them to just kind of break down. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching my channel. Make sure you hit that notification button and subscribe and share with your friends. So we're going to continue folding these peppers, and we're going to allow them to continue to wilt down till we know that they're ready to be combined along with the other ingredients to this dish. We're going to continue folding, which we are almost completely where we want to be when we add in our mushrooms. Sorry. And we're going to add these mushrooms. These mushrooms are like hearty, Portabella mushrooms has a thicker skin. They're considered, the texture is beefy. So this is why I'm using this. Gives you the impression that you have a meat ingredient inside your dish. You would love them. If you haven't tasted them, try it. They are in the same family of the other mushrooms. Just have a thicker skin, and it's great for this dish. Any pasta dish, any beef dish, any type of dish you will love. They're not hard to incorporate to the menu. Okay, so try it. Okay, we're gonna start by just folding these mushrooms so we can let them release their moisture. We're gonna lightly season them. Okay, we've been lightly seasoning this dish so that we can keep it under control. So you have to taste your food, just so you know that where you are at the moment of adding. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of Himalayan salt and a couple of shakes, and I'm gonna add in some reduction balsamic vinegar, Glaze, which is gonna be my liquid base for this dish. Okay, I'm gonna just give it a couple of shakes. And you can use this as much of this as you want. It's best to go little and then go in, okay? And just keep it so you can control it. You're gonna keep folding this into these vegetables while they are breaking down. It's seasoning and it's also marinating within those vegetables. So I'm gonna put a lid on it, but I'm actually ready to put this pasta in. So I'm gonna start adding my pasta noodles. I have a penn noodle, and you can use any noodle you want. But this dish, I just chose to use the penn noodle. And I have some dry herbs. Okay, some dry herbs that has like oregano. It has thyme. It has parsley. It has basil. All types of dry herbs that's combined into this dish. If you don't have any, it's optional. You don't have to have it. It won't take away from this dish. Okay, so if you have it, you can use it. If you don't have it, the next time you make the dish or you decide to add it into any of your pasta, you'll see that it complements. Okay. So guys, after you finish folding, this dish will be done. You're gonna turn off your fire and we're gonna allow that pasta noodle to absorb all that moisture and liquid base that you created, and top it off with some fresh thyme and put a lid on it. Okay, and we're gonna move on to our next dish, which is some fresh asparagus. So guys, I know that some people are having a hard time knowing where how much cut off on asparagus and how to prepare it. Here I'm going to give you a perfect pop, the snap of the asparagus, which is going to allow you to know that where it snaps off at is telling you that's how much is ripe of the asparagus and it's edible. It won't be chewy on the end. You can eat the whole entire, opposed to biting down on it and leaving half the asparagus on your plate. So just continue to put in that bending position and allow it to snap. Okay, so here I'm going to prepare a pan where I have some avocado oil, and I'm going to saute these asparagus. I'm going to put on medium, my heat on medium, and allow them to stir fry no more than about 3 to 5 minutes, because I just want to give them a good, a little char, but not too much. And the heat will, from being so hot, it will continue cooking, but they will still have a semi-crunch. So that's what we want. We don't want it to wilt down where, and we're not going to leave it inside that pan. We're going to remove it, okay, so that it can stop the cooking process. We're going to add in some Himalaya salt, and some black pepper. And that's all the seasoning I'm going to use. Okay. If you want, you can squeeze some lemon on it at the end. That's optional. Okay. And pretty much that's going to be it. So here is your dish for today. It's your T-bone mini lamb chops along with your veggie hearty pasta with some asparagus. Guys, thank you for tuning into my channel, and for those who just came on, please subscribe and hit that like and share, and please make a comment. And don't forget to turn that notification button on. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.